Right, guys, it's me, formerly Mr. DJ Zedge. Now changed it to Zedge MMA. I've been gone for a long while. Used to do reviews on the UFC events, but gonna getting back into the swing of things. I know it's a bit low budget. This is my room. It's changed quite a bit since our videos, but yeah, this topic is, has MMA gone a bit too mainstream? And it's quite a controversial thing, and the reason why I say that is because you've got people like Conor McGregor, who's came up from being at the bottom to the top, and he's elevated the sport, which isn't such a bad thing. But I just think it's getting a bit too mainstream in terms of the fact that people refer to mixed martial arts in general as UFC, and it annoys me so much when people go, "Oh yeah, I've done a bit of UFC." I mean, you don't know what you're talking about at the end of the day. It's mixed martial arts, and people need to know the difference between the promotions. So it's not called UFC, it's called mixed martial arts. That really gets on my nerves. But yeah, so that is my topic. Is that I personally think MMA has got a bit too mainstream. I mean, I've started following UFC back when it was UFC 100. When, well, even before that, actually, on Satanta Sports. It used to be on Satanta Sports. You also used to watch The Ultimate Fighter, I believe, on Bravo, back in the day, and I fell in love with the sport. And I've been to a few promotions. So I've been to Bellator live in London. Bellator 158, really good card. And no one knows about these promotions, and it just baffles me that one guy could just elevate this, and they don't talk about the greats such as Chuck Liddell. They don't talk about Horace Gracie, sorry. Yeah, I mean, they don't talk about the old stars. They're all talking about Conor McGregor. I mean, the hype on Conor McGregor is just massive, and I personally think he's. I did like him at the start. I've met him in person. He was at the BT Sports Studios, and I met him. I'll probably try and throw in a photo there. But yeah, I just think it's got a bit too mainstream, all because of him. Really gets on my nerves. I don't know what you guys think. Maybe you are a new fan of UFC or Bellator or whatever, and I think it's quite a big subject because it's just getting out of proportion. I mean, the cards back in the day were so much better. I mean, with this WMG takeover from the Fertitta brothers, I mean, the cards now just ain't as strong. They're just trying to utilise the big fights. As Errol Houani actually mentioned on his show that GSP's coming back, and not a lot of people will even know about GSP. Do you know what I mean? So it's quite it's quite laughable, really, that people won't know about GSP, and all they think about is Conor McGregor. But yeah, that's my take on it. Hints and tips to people in case you just know about UFC and you think UFC's all there and that's the only thing that you can go to. I recently went to an event called Cage Warriors in the UK, and there's also other little promotions. It's exactly the same thing, but it's just a different promotion. So go and check them out. Cage Warriors for the UK, and as I said, Bellator, which is free on Spike in the US, and some on Channel 5 in the UK. Check them out as well. But yeah, it's as Akeem was saying, massive subject. I mean, the UFC is just trying to elevate Conor just to get him up there. I mean, right up to the top, which he currently is anyway, because he's like the poster boy for the UFC. And looking at Tyrone Woodley's comments about he's not being advertised as much as what a champion should be, I believe in that. I mean, I don't think that's necessarily a race thing, which is what he's on about, but at the end of the day, I mean, him to Conor, no comparison. And not being funny, that Tyrone and Woodley fight first time round was just amazing. I mean, you look at it and you think, bloody hell, mate, the skills that they pulled off, Tyrone Woodley should be up there, and I totally agree with him. Each champion should be the same, should be treated the same. All because one person is generating revenue into your company. Why would you push them so far? Fair enough, you want to make your money, but it's just dulling down the sport so much. It's like it's getting into a bit of a WWE phase. You know what I mean? Even Tyrone Woodley said that, where he's not one of these guys to talk shit. He just goes out there, does his job, and then you got Conor McGregor running his mouth here, there, and everywhere. and just talking nonsense, just trying to get the hype up. As Akeem was saying, that's a good thing for the sport. I mean, more faces is good, but then at the end of the day, I think you need to learn about the great fights that have been out there. I mean, it's not just all about Conor McGregor. You know what I mean? So yeah, that covers it really for MMA being mainstream. As I said, go and check out Bellator. Or go and check out Cage Warriors in the UK. There's also little amateur promotions. Yeah, so just have a look. But yeah, that basically does it. It's good to be back. I will be doing a UFC 209 preview of the card and giving my predictions, which is this coming Saturday night, I believe, in the US, and Sunday morning for the UK at BT Sport. But yeah, no, so I'll be back, and good to see you all. Cheers. Bye.